Proven Winning Overlays video 17H, video number 400, right on the nose. Fairgrounds. I've highlighted the race condition here. It's a maiden 25,000 claimer. That makes this race a preferred race, and those are races that we focus on. I'm going to tell you why. Over here on the Horse Racing Digest page, you can click on this little laptop or the handicapping video link. Either one will take you to the page where all the videos are, and right here on the right hand side is your listing of the value odds and overlay preferred races. Now, of all the horses that win that have the value odds icon, 90% of them come out of these races, so that's why we focus on them. And first in line is all maiden claiming races, which this particular video will be one of those. All maiden special weight races, so basically that means all maiden races. Then you got claiming races with a condition, non-winners of 2 or non-winners of something, letter B, letter Y, letter N, anything next to the claiming price. A claiming condition is the name of that particular race. Then you get your bottom and low level claimers. That's $5,000 to $10,000 claiming races, mostly $5,000 to $10,000. Maybe it's Santa Anita and Churchill Downs, closer to 16 might be the bottom or low. 12 to 16 would be low. Belmont Park. But most of your tracks are $5,000 to $10,000 claimers would be considered, that particular area. Then you got all races run on the turf, regardless of the class, and all races run on a wet track. Okay, all of these situations and conditions are races that are considered hard to handicap. That means the betting public is frequently wrong, and when that happens, it provides opportunity for an overlay on another horse that is a true contender in the race. Now, this particular race, we've got a special criteria for first-time starters. There was 3 of them in this race, but we only picked one here in the top 3. Number 10, the Reverend James. Morning line of 8 to 1. The true odds on our report 4 to 1 is going off near post time at 12 to 1. Okay. Now let me show you down here. The horses with the blue are scratched. Okay, as you can see here, I don't know if you can see all the way down here, but hold on a second. Okay, we've reached the bottom of the page here apparently. But there's 2 more first timers down here, the 4 and the 3. Okay, they're down here. And the only other first timer in the race is the 10. And that first timer was picked all the way up here in the top 3. Why, you say? Well, it's kind of neat, actually. The program that analyzes these races is basically a computer version of my own brain, of my handicapping strategies and procedures, and it's basically my handicapping intelligence transferred over to a computer which can analyze all races as though I'm doing it by hand. And that's what computers are good for, is to automate tedious tasks. All right. So basically, the benefit here is this is not a computer that says that Reverend James should be considered a live horse in his first time out. It is actually my handicapping that's been programmed to a computer that has picked him out. Out of the 3 first-time starters, he's the only one that my handicapping brain feels has a true shot to win this race. The reasons why, well, I can tell you that there's a lot that goes into the first-time starter criteria, but one of the main things is the pattern of workouts is what I like to look at. Not the speed of the workouts or not the time of the workouts. That's a whole separate intelligence aspect of the program. One part of the program, as far as workouts are concerned, one part looks at the time and the rating of the workout, and another part, which is probably more important because it's less evident to most players, so it'll be less obvious, which means higher odds. Patterns of workouts. I like to look at the patterns, days between, and also the distances of the workouts. That is all more important to me than seeing a bullet work or a fast work on a first-time starter. Because so many first-time starters run a fast workout because that's kind of like the MO of just about any trainer. He wants to know, can this horse run at a high level of speed? But some trainers are very, different. And this trainer here, Patrick Mouton, he's got that European style because, it's where he's from. So, they train differently there. They don't emphasize speed, but yet these horses can win in the United States. It's just a different way that they train a horse. In any case, it is what it is. The Reverend James is going off at 12-1, which is good enough for us because we focus on, like I said at the beginning of the video, we focus on these preferred races and the value odds horses in the preferred races. We're getting 12-1 near post time. Good enough for us to go ahead and place our strategies, and here they are, and they never change. Our wagering strategies never change because most of the time we're going to key one horse as our special horse. Every now and then we'll have to do 2, but most of the time we're keying one horse as we are here, keying number 10, the Reverend James. Okay, first bet in line, $10 to win is what I do here for the videos. Your bet could be more, could be less, depends on your bankroll. But the important thing is to get the win bet down first. Some people only make win bets and do very well, and I mean very well. So don't think that just betting to win is not, that you don't have your chance for long-term profit, because the long-term profit is achieved by adding up all the big chunks of winners at the end of the year, and they end up being more than what you wagered, hence your profit. I'll show you a little bit about that here in just a second. Alright, so get your wager bet down. You don't want to have a trifecta ticket in your hand with a 12-1 shot that wins and somehow you miss the trifecta and you don't have win money. Okay, let's not go there. We've all been there. Let's not go there anymore. Alright, so we put our $10 to win down. Now if we have exotics, bankroll for exotic wagering, next in line is the exacta and the daily doubles. I always wheel the exacta with all, so that would be a 10 all, $2 exacta. This is the second half of the daily double, so obviously in race 9 or previous to race 10, I would look ahead and say, oh, race 10 is a maiden 25 claimer. That means it's a preferred race, and oh, only one value odds horse, so I need to go ahead and take care of my daily double with an all 10 on that. But more important, and what's going to end up being the real cake in here, is the trifecta and the super. Alright, now here's how we play the trifecta. If you have bankroll to play trifecta wagers, we're going to key the 10 on top all by itself. The 10 in the top position. Then in the second position of the trifecta, we're going to put 9, 12, 2, 6. That's the rest of the horses in Group A. And the top horse in Group B. And then for third, we're going to go all. And then for the 10-cent superfecta, we're going to go all in the fourth leg as well. And that's our strategy each and every time. Okay? Let's take a look. Obviously, I wouldn't be doing this video if the Reverend James didn't win. But he does that very common first-time starter win pattern. If you've noticed a lot of first-time starters that win, they come from out of the clouds. It's as though I've been seeing that more and more lately. It seems like the strategy with a lot of trainers now, or is to tell the jock, let him relax out there, and I don't really care if he wins, but let him get around the racetrack and learn what he's supposed to do, and then maybe around a stretch turn, ask him for a little bit, see what he's got under the hood, and if he's a good enough racehorse, this is what happens. Okay, and you got a hot jock up there and in a Probnik, so everything was possible. They did set it up nicely on the pace, although Fairgrounds, at the time that I'm doing this video, they've been burning up some fractions. I think the track is very fast at Fairgrounds during this particular period of history. But in any case, they set it up good for a closer, and that happened to be our horse at just a shade under 12-1. See, it finished 10-6-4. Look at that, double digits in all three. Geez, we gotta like that. And 10-6. Yep, we have that strategy right there. 10-6-4. Okay. We're whistling Dixie here. We got some big mutuals. Look what the superfecta paid. We're catching that, well, for 10 cents. But we got a piece of that. Let me show you all the payoffs here with the Reverend James. $129 is your return on the $10 win bet. Your exacta returns $320.80. And our trifecta strategy pays off. We always play it for $1. And the dollar returned us $3,037.60. 10-cent super that paid 50 grand, but we got it for a dime, and we'll settle for a measly $2,538.11. So we got our 10 cents back, plus a penny, plus $2,538. I look at it a different way. $136.60 on the daily double. Total return in this particular get-out race on an interesting weekend at the fairgrounds, $6,162.11. I hope you learned something in this video. It's pretty basic stuff. Those of you that know how to use these reports, you're basically, if you know what to look for, you can look at a race and know exactly what to do within 30 seconds or less. Takes me about 10 seconds, sometimes less, because I know what I'm looking for. And as you use these reports, you will be familiar. And I definitely encourage you to look at these videos. All right, on this page here, well, I have over 300, but now this video I'm making is video number 400. I encourage you to look at as many of these videos as you can, because each one will show you different things about my handicapping, what I look for, and how I put together my wagers. Well, the strategy is the same, but finding that value odds horse, which one? All right, that's the secret. And these videos will show you what I look for. All right, a couple nice hits there, Tampa, Gulfstream. These videos show you what I look for, and if you do the same thing, we're talking about, you're hitting chunks here, all right? You're hitting chunks, and that's the way to long-term profit. There's a last 2 days at Calder, those are some big ones, 16 and 28 back to back. But you're going to hit these in chunks, just like these, as I'm showing you. You add up all these chunks at the end of the year, 9,000, 9,000, and they give you a profit. That is the way to make long-term profit in this game, not trying to dribble $20 a race for 10 races at the same track. It may happen to you once in your lifetime, but it just does not work. The reason I know that is because, well, I've been doing this over 30 years, 30 some odd years, but the last 15 years has been full-time, 15 hours a day, 7 days a week for me. So I have literally studied, and I've seen, and I looked at and studied millions of races. But during that period, I've tried everything. I mean, I have gone through every possible way to wager and every possible way to handicap. And I have honed it down to what I put on these videos. So that's why I stress the importance of these videos. It's because this is the end result of so much work, so much research, so much fine-tuning. I can lead a horse to water, but I can't make him drink. I think you know what I'm saying there. In any case, I hope you drink the water. Thanks for viewing, and good luck with all your wagers.